Conservative new media viewers and NBA fans around the world, what is up? It's me, PFA Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert, and we are here to talk about the Spurs' destruction of the Miami Heat 111-92 in Miami, Florida tonight in Game 3 of the 2014 NBA Finals. With the victory, the Spurs take a 2-1 lead in the best-of-7 series, and they regain home court advantage. This was an outstanding performance by San Antonio. They switched the lineup before the game. They went with Boris Diaw along with Tim Duncan in the front court instead of Thiago Splitter and Tim Duncan, and it worked, to say the least. What happened in this game, by putting Diaw in instead of Splitter, San Antonio was able to spread Miami's defense out more because Diaw can hit three-pointers and Splitter cannot. And what that meant was there was more space for Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard to drive to the basket. And Kawhi Leonard went crazy in this game with 29 points on 10 of 13 shooting. He actually outplayed LeBron James in this game. LeBron didn't have a bad game. That just tells you how good Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. The Spurs got out in transition. They played excellent defense and caused Miami steals and Miami turnovers, which led to San Antonio points. The reason why the Spurs won this game is because they put Diaw in the starting lineup to spread Miami's defense out and get more three-pointers and more drives to the basket. Miami had 23 points given up off of their 20 turnovers. The Spurs only had 6 points given up. That is a plus 17 points advantage for the San Antonio Spurs. Each team shot 10 of 21 from three, which is outstanding, but the Spurs were about 7 percentage points better in field goal attempts, and the turnovers and the points off of the turnovers, as well as San Antonio got plus 8 points in free throws. So, San Antonio went to a smaller, more athletic lineup, and it worked. And so you will be seeing this for probably the remainder of the series. Miami is an excellent team. They shoot well, they execute pretty well, but they're old. And Chris Birdman Anderson doesn't look like he's fully healthy. He can't move his legs or jump as well as he's used to being able to do, and that is because earlier in the playoffs he suffered both a thigh bruise and a knee bruise, and it clearly seems to be affecting him. What that means is that Miami's small ball lineup, which is usually better than anybody else they face when that team goes small, is not as effective as it should be or could be. San Antonio's smaller lineup, people that can go out and hit three-pointers, 4 guys that can shoot, along with a big man like Tim Duncan, their small ball lineup seems to be outperforming the Heat's small ball lineup. If that continues, Miami's going to be in a lot of trouble in this series. However, if you are a Miami Heat fan, don't get too down. I definitely expect the Heat to respond strongly in Game 4. They got embarrassed in this game. Now, they dug in deep in the third quarter and got the lead back to 7 points for the Spurs, but then they just wore out in the fourth quarter. That's, again, a sign of the Spurs' depth. The Spurs' depth is wearing Miami out. And what it means for Miami after this playoff run, win or lose, they must get younger and they must get a little bit deeper. The Spurs have great depth. Everybody can play. Everybody can contribute. And as I said, what they did is they played Thiago Splitter a little bit less at first, and they played Marco Bellinelli a little bit less. They went with as many athletic shooters as they could get out there, and it paid off big time. All kinds of steals, all kinds of transition baskets. And Miami, a little older, a little less deep, just could not keep up. Spectacular win for the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan gets 2 games away now from winning his 5th championship ring, as does Greg Popovich. Terrific performance by San Antonio. credit to them and their fans. Miami suffers their first home defeat of the playoffs. They are now 8-1. Game 4, absolutely crucial for the Miami Heat, is coming up Thursday, June the 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States. I can't wait to watch that one. I know the Heat fans are crushed tonight. Hang in there. This team is resilient. We already know they can win in San Antonio because they did that in game number 2. But if you are a San Antonio fan, you have to be feeling very good about where things are at now, because you now have a formula. You have a strategy that looks like it can work against the Heat. And that's a big, big development in this series. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs down on this video. Your comments below in the video description below the video player. I will include a link so you can go and check out highlights of this game if you did not get to see it. Also, in the video description, we encourage you to come and join the Conservative New Media Facebook group. You will find information in that video description of how you can come and do that. The group has over 3,000 members and counting. Let us know what you thought about this game in the comments. And once again, I am PFE Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. Looking forward to Game 4 in 2 days from now, and hope you guys are too.